Hello everyone, welcome to Whiskey Wars. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 3 peated island malts in the budget category. These are the best value for money peated island malts that I own. Now you might have already seen my previous video, which was my favourite 3 peated island malts irrespective of price. Today's edition is going to be price included. So it does change slightly. Now in number 3, we have a whiskey that's available for around £32 to £33 in the UK. It's non-chill filtered, it's bottled at 46.3% ABV. And this whiskey, it's a Rioja wine finished whiskey from Leipzig. This whiskey is such good value for money. I know it's many people's favourite Leipzig or favourite peated island malt. I wouldn't go that far. I still think these other 2 whiskies I prefer. And for me, what it is I actually prefer my peated island malts to be ex-bourbon cask. Now, with Islays, it depends on the distillery. Some I prefer sherried, some I prefer not sherried. But with the island ones that I've had, I actually prefer them unsherried. But this is still a great whiskey, and I still enjoy drinking it. £33. I mean, it's very good. The box is great as well. Now, Leipzig is the peated line of the Tobermory distillery, and this is part of the Sinclair series. Now, as far as I know, there's not been any more additions to the Sinclair series. I think it's a little bit like Redbreast when they released the Lustau. They had it for years as part of the Iberian series, and they've only just started releasing them in 2022, new additions to that line, and now they do it every year or so. But they haven't yet for Leipzig. I'd imagine in the coming years, whenever it seems to be, they'll start churning out more limited editions of that. Now this is a core range product because this is the standard bearer for that Sinclair series when it does come out. So in number 3, Leipzig Sinclair series, Rioja cask finish. Now in number 2, we actually have a cask strength whiskey, and that's a little bit interesting because normally you pay a lot more money for those whiskies, and you do. But I was toying to put this in number 3 or number 2, but if push comes to shove, I would actually rather drink this whiskey than the Rioja cask finish. Now this is from a different distillery. This actually comes from the Arran distillery, and this is their peated line, which is the Macklemore line. This whiskey is incredible. It's really good, I've got to be honest with you. And this is the Macklemore cask strength whiskey. Now this whiskey is bottled at 56.2% ABV. The peating level of it, the ppm, is 20. So it's not going to be an incredibly strong peated whiskey, but they've got that ratio just right. It is really good, this whiskey. I really enjoy it. Now the price for this whiskey is around £55, but their non-age stated 46% Macklemore is £51. It's very weird. The cask strength is 10% higher in ABV, but only £3 or £4 more expensive. And I actually managed to get this one cheaper than I picked up the non-age stated one for, which I do not recommend you buy, by the way. This one is far better. Okay, so that goes into number 2, the Macklemore cask strength. So number 1, I think you guys probably know what it is if you've seen my last video. This is the 10-year, purely ex-bourbon, 46.3% ABV, none other than the Leipzig 10-year. I just think this whiskey is incredible. £36 in the UK. What a whiskey. Oh, it's so good. Genuinely, this actually won my previous video, irrespective of price. So the fact that it's £36, it's obviously going to win my budget section as well. I strongly recommend you get your hands on this whiskey. It is phenomenal. Now, a special mention that I do want to say, because I haven't included a Talisker, and I need to talk about this before I end the video. I have a Talisker here that in Germany I picked up for €38, which is about £32, £33 in the UK. Now in the UK market, this is firmly £55 and it never goes on sale. And for that reason, I actually would rather have the cask strength Macklemore. So that's why this one is at number 2. However, if I was in the German market, so if you're watching from Germany, this is my number 2 instead of that Arran. So I'll just throw it in here as a little side piece. And this is the Talisker Port Ree. This whiskey is soft, it's smooth, it's unlike most Taliskers, if I'm being honest. It's the most different Talisker that I've had. Really, really nice. Cherries, tobacco, a little bit of salt and pepper, sweet pea. That's it. Really, really nice whiskey. For the money as well. I bought this, like I say, £32. It's the same price as the Rioja series. And I preferred this one. So this would go in number 2 if I was from Germany. But just because I know more of my viewers are from the UK, most are from America, the Macklemore cask strength takes that place instead. And as always, guys, if you like the video, please drop a like on the video. Don't forget, though, to click that subscribe button down below. That's the most important thing you could do to help me out, because it really helps the channel to grow. So thank you so much if you have clicked the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all for the next Whiskey War.